welcome back to my English comfort zone. And we'll complete today our grammar course. We'll have a new idea about the present perfect. As we have said before, we have talked about the present perfect, and today I will complete some ideas about the present perfect also, present perfect simple. But let me first remind you with some ideas that I have talked to you about before. First, I told you what do we mean by the present perfect, and we said the present perfect indicates an action that started in the past, maybe ended in the past also, but still has an effect on the present or some results on the present. And I told you also that the present perfect simple is formed by verb to have in the present simple form. Let's have or has plus the past participle of the verb. We got the idea of how to form the past participle, and I said verbs are of two types, maybe regular or irregular verbs. Regular verbs form the past participle adding d or ed final, and irregular verbs have no rule, no specific rule to be said about. So they are learned and they are kept by heart. After that, we talked about some uses of the present perfect simple, and I told you what is remarkable and very important about the present perfect simple is that it relates the past to the present, and it focuses on the duration of some verbs, especially the static verbs, the duration between from the past up to now or up to the present. And also I have said that it may be used to indicate the future. So it links the present to the future, also not only the past to the present. Today I'm going to talk about a new idea about the present perfect simple, which is the adverbs of time or some phrases of time used with the present perfect simple. Of course, we have so many of them. We have like ever, never, just, already, yet, since, for, recently, up to now, so far, a lot of them. But maybe each one of them or have a different meaning, so I get them differently, and I aim to explain what do we mean by the adverb itself and the use with the present perfect simple, and also some example sentences about these adverbs. So, of course, we know that the adverbs of time are not especially for a specific tense in English. They can be used in many tenses, but they are used in different ways. So today we focus on the use of these adverbs with the present perfect simple. Number one, we have ever. What do we mean by ever? Ever is usually related with never, but they are different in some way. That's to say, ever refers to, or the meaning, what is the meaning of ever? Ever expresses an idea that is an idea of an identified time. So it means at any time before now. Ever means at any time before now. It is used in positive sentences, in positive questions, and in negative ones. Like when I say, for example, have you ever been to Paris? This is a positive question. I haven't ever been to that place, or to America, for example. This is a negative one. So it can be used in negative sense, or it can be used in a positive sense, questions and also and statements. What about never? I can say that never means at no point of time. If ever means at any point of time before now, never means at no point of time before now. So we can say that never is a negative form of ever. And never is a negative form of ever. So this is a negative sense. It is used in negative sentences, like when I say, I have never been to Paris. I have never been to Paris. This is a negative sentence. And also, when we have a question with ever and we answer no, we are going to use never instead of ever. Like if I say, have you ever studied German? No, I have never studied German. No, I have never studied German. Sometimes we use never with ever in an informal way in spoken language in affirmative sentences to what? To focus on the meaning intended in the sentence or to make affirmation of the idea indicated by the sentence or by the verb of the sentence. Like when I say, I have never ever played soccer. I have never ever played soccer. This sentence, we have used never and ever together. Never is used here to focus on the meaning intended by the verb of the sentence that I didn't play soccer before. But this is informal English, of course. Let's complete the adverbs of time and we will talk about already. What do we mean by already? Already and yet also have some comparison or have some relation together. And already means that something has been done. Before now, in an specified in a period of time that's not known exactly, but it has been done. It suggested the idea that there is no repetition, there is no need for the repetition. It is used in affirmative sentences and also it is used in questions. Look, for example, if I say they have already won the race. They have already won the race. They have already. Where can we put the adverb after the helping verb have or has? And also it can be placed at the very end of the sentence. Like if I say, I have done my homework already. So already can be used after the helping or between the helping verb have or has and the past participle at the end of a sentence, at the very end of the sentence. Already can be used if we have a sentence, if we have a question including yet, and we are going to answer yes, we can substitute yet with already. Like, for example, have you finished your work yet? Have you finished your work yet? If I answer yes, I will say, yes, I have finished it already. Yes, I have finished it already. So it's substitutes or used instead of yet if we answer a question with yet, but we answer yes. So already means no need for repetition. It indicates an action in that happened in an unspecified time, a period of time before now. It is used after the helping verb or at the end of the sentence. It is used in sentence in a positive statement or in a question, and it can substitute yet if we answer a question with yet, if we answer yes. And what about yet? Yet means not in a period of time between before now and now, not in a period of time before now and now. Yet is a negative, has a negative sense. It is used in negative sentences and it is used also in questions. Like if I say, have you visited your uncle yet? Have you visited your uncle yet? This is a question now. If I answer yes, I will say, as I have said before, yes, I have done already. Yes, I have visited him already. And if I answer no, no, I haven't visited him yet. No, I haven't visited him yet. So yet has a negative sense. So it is used in negative sentences as well as questions. Let's complete our idea about the adverbs of time. And now I'm going to talk about sense. Sense has a comparison or has a relation with for. So what is the difference between sense and for? Sense means at, or I can say sense is followed by a starting period of time up to now. It is followed by a starting point of time up to now, from the past up to now. And for is followed by a complete period of time up to now also. That is to say, if I say, for example, I have studied English since 2020. I have studied English since 2020. So I started in 2020. It doesn't matter when exactly in 2020, but I started that time. Okay, up to now. So I am here focusing on the duration of the verb. It started in 2020 and it's still going on up to now. So this is the link between the past and the present. So, but for if I use the same sentence and I use for instead of since, I will say I have studied English for 1 year. 1 year. This is a complete time. This is a complete period of time. So I can say with since we focus on the duration of the verb from the past up to the present, and with for we focus on the wholeness of the time. The wholeness of the time. So we can say since which month, since which year, since which, for example, day, like that. But for how many years, for how many days, for how many seconds, for how many hours. So for with the whole time, but since with a starting point of time. So we can say these can be related together in this way. And after that, we have just only just like just exactly recently and lately. These adverbs all have the same meaning. Just only just recently and lately. They indicate a very short time that a verb has been done a very short time before now. A verb has been done a very short time before now. They are used in affirmative sentences, and where to put the adverb here, as I have said before, after the helping verb that's have or has, and before the main verb or before the past participle. Like if I say, I've just washed my hands. I have just washed my hands. I have, we can use lately and recently at the very end. Like if I say, for example, I have met my friend recently. I have shopped at a big shopping center lately, and so on. So they can be placed at the very end of the sentence. Then we have occasionally, so far, up to now, until now. Occasionally, so far, up to now, until now. As we can guess the meaning from the past, they also link the past to the present. So this is an open area, this is an open period of time from the past to the present, an open period of time from the past to the present. They are used in affirmative in a negative way, and also they are placed at the very end of the sentence, can be placed at the very end of the sentence. Like, has he explained the lesson so far? Has he explained the lesson so far? Or the teacher explained the lesson so far? Or we can say up to now, or occasionally, and so on. Now we finish the adverbs of time with the present perfect simple, and I come to give you some notes, some general ideas about the present perfect simple. What are these? If I want, and I have said before, if we wanted to focus on complete actions, we use simple tenses in English. So if I wanted to focus on a complete action in the past, I use the past simple, not the present perfect. Because the past simple indicates that the action started and ended at a specific point of time in the past. So I can know when the verb started and even when it ended in the past. But the present perfect, no. Present perfect simple, we can say the action is not complete because it may start in the past and continue up to now, up to the present, and also it may refer to the future. So the action is not complete altogether, but completed actions in the past are referred to using the past simple. And look at the sentence. If I say, I have put away all the laundry this morning. I have put away all the laundry this morning. This sentence is in the present perfect. How can we know? We use have plus the past participle part. But this sentence is grammatically incorrect. Why? Because we have a specific time. We specified the time of the action, that is this morning. So Here we have to use the past simple, not the present perfect. The present perfect with an open period of time, but the past simple with a perfect period of time or specific period of time. So it is correct to say, I have put away all the land. I put away all the laundry this morning, not have put. So rather, we can say the past simple here is much more appropriate, is much more suitable here. But if we wanted to take the same sentence and put in the present perfect, it will be like that. I have put away all the laundry without specifying the time, because a specific time is in the past simple, but open time, no specific time, is in the present perfect simple. And if we wanted to use the same sentence correctly, and I have said this, we are going to say, I have put away all the laundry without specifying the point of time. Still, we have some notes to be completed about the present perfect simple. And I say that, as I have said before, the present perfect simple links or make a link between the past and the present, and we focus on the results, on the importance of the action on the present, the results of the action on the present, or the result, or the importance of the action on the present, or even the continuity and the duration of the action on the present, in the present, from the past to the present. Asking about, if we ask about the details of an action, like when, where, who, why, like this, all details can be asked about using the past simple, but the present perfect, no, this is an open action, as I have said before, and we focus on the results of the action, the importance of the action, the continuity of the action, the duration of the action, and the relation of the action, and the continuity from the past to the present, relation with the present. We come here to give an idea about the difference between using both verbs. We have gone and we have been or been. What is the difference if I say she has gone to London and she has been to London? Gone indicates an idea that she went there, but still there. She didn't return up to now, or we can say she hasn't returned up to now. But been means she is still in London, but been means that she went and returned. She went and returned. She is in another place other than London. So gone means the person is still in the same place. But been or been means that he or she has returned home or returned or in another place other than the one indicated by the sentence. And after that, I'm going to make a comparison between the present perfect and the past simple. So what is the difference between them, and are they related or not? So we can say, as for the form, the present perfect is formed using the have or has plus the past participle, but the past simple is formed by the second form of the verb. What about some details about them? As I have said before, that present perfect simple, here the verb or the action is not complete. It is unfinished, and it may have results, or it may have importance in the present. Like, I have known my friend for 10 years. This means I still know my friend. But if I say I knew my friend for 10 years, this means there is no relation between us now, or I stopped touching with him or her now. This is for the past simple. And then we can say also the present perfect simple indicates a life experience, or we can say a finished experience or a finished action in someone's life who is still alive. Like if I say, for example, my grandpa have visited America 3 times, so my grandpa is still alive. But if I say for the past simple, no, it indicates or shows an action or a completed or finished action in someone who is dead, who is not alive. So if I say my grandfather visited America 3 times, this means my grandfather is not alive now. So that's why we can say, and we always say that the past simple verb has no relation with the present. So visited, and ended in the past, and someone who has done, who did the action is not alive now. And then we have another idea that the present perfect indicates finished action with results on the present. Let us to say, if I say I have lost my key or I have lost my money, so I have lost my key, so I have a trouble now. I can't enter my house. I have lost my money. I have a problem now. I cannot take a taxi or cannot take any means of transport to return home. But for the past simple, no, it is finished and it has no relation with the present. It has no result. It has no importance in the present. Like if I say I lost my key, but fortunately someone was inside my house and opened the door for me. I lost my money, but fortunately I could call father and he could come to take me or to help me. So the finished action with the past present perfect symbol have relation with the present, have effect on the present, have results with the present, have importance in the present. But for the past simple, no, they are completed, they are finished, but they have no relation, no importance, no results in the present. Then we still have some idea with the present perfect that it is used with unfinished times or open periods of time, like this week, but exactly when we don't know, this month exactly when we don't know. I have seen my teacher this week. At which time this week we do not determine, but for the past simple we have to determine, and as I have said before, that we can know the starting point and the ending point of the verb. So I can say I saw my teacher last week on Tuesday. So what about on Tuesday? This is a specified period of time we use in the past simple. Open time with the present perfect simple, but specified closed time with the past simple. Now we have come to the end of this session. I hope this is the end of part 3. All my best for all, and I hope all of you have enjoyed my lesson. And remember, it's not a matter of body, it's a matter of determination, it's a matter of thinking well, it's a matter of perseverance. So study well to reach the highest level of yours, and your best is still yet to come. See you next time in a very short time. Goodbye and thanks for watching.